Welcome back. Now, with Six Nations fever in the air, we're having our very own battle between two of those nations that also happen to be big players in the wine-producing world of France and Italy.
Yes, indeed. From sparkling wines to full-bodied reds. Which country, I promised I haven't even had a drink of wine yet. Which country will we be raising a glass to?
Wine expert David Whelan joins us now for our blind taste test. Good morning, David. How are you?
Good morning. Buongiorno.
So you're in heaven, France and Italy.
France and Italy, two of the great wine-producing countries of the world, right in the middle of Six Nations. So we are going to have a battle between a Prosecco, everyone knows about Prosecco in Ireland, and a good Crème de Loire. So we keep on championing Crème de Loire as a look-alike to champagne. So when we're having our blind tasting, we're going to be looking for something that's a little bit crisper and drier and maybe a little bit more grown up than Prosecco.
Is it made in the same way as champagne?
No,
is that why they're so
different.
similar?
So basically, with the Crème de Loire, they're making it exactly the same way they make champagne. They have a bottle fermentation, whereas when you're making Prosecco, they do the secondary fermentation in a tank. Usually with Prosecco, you can get soft, peachy aromas and flavours. That's your tip. Okay,
and we're going slightly more high-end today in terms of prices.
We are, because I just thought people might be out having a bit of fun with the match.
They might be out,
celebrating away and having great old fun. And I think Prosecco's always on the radar.
Okay.
And hopefully there's something to celebrate coming down the tracks. So here we have wine.
It's like Dr. Evil over there.
So this is the first sparkling wine.
The first sparkling wine.
Okay, so remind us what we have.
So you either have a Prosecco or a Cremo. So you either have an Italian or a French. Now, interestingly, when you see glasses like this, we've been trained to have the sort of the flute glass for sparkling wines, but this is actually a more optimum glass in some ways because the flute just keeps all the bubbles in the glass, whereas these are optimum.
Smells divine. It just smells like Saturday night to me.
Yeah. Hopefully Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon.
Well,
Saturday morning in our case.
Having taken the bouquet on board and the different things I'm getting from the body of the wine,
Stop waffling.
I think it's a no-brainer. My mind is made up.
Okay.
You haven't had the other one yet.
Okay.
No,
I know.
it's about
But
which
I know
one you
what that
prefer.
Yeah.
Which one you prefer
We
as well?
identify
The
them.
memo.
We to identify them.
Well, that's
Okay.
by the by.
And also, as Anna points
Bye-bye.
out, it's the one that you think is more interesting. These are both the same price, so it's
Really?
which one you think offers best
I'm gonna
value.
Suggest that's the Cremo.
Okay, well, I would.
Was that the first one?
I would definitely taste both wines before you make any.
Okay, I've made your mind up. Would you like to hear the votes from the Lusk jury?
The Lusk jury.
It's obviously very, very sure of itself.
I just need to drink all of them.
I
just
know
to
which one I
decide.
prefer.
Which one?
I prefer
Number one.
number one,
Okay.
and that's the Cremo.
I'm absolutely reflecting that.
I think it's not.
You're going the other way. You're
I'm
going
going the
number
other
two
way.
is the Cremo.
Yeah, yes.
And David, the results, please.
Well, so let's have an immediate vote. Wine number one is going to be revealed as
As
Italian Prosecco.
Oh my goodness, we're
there
wrong.
you go,
There you are.
Laura.
You're right.
You're one up.
There you are. One.
There you go.
Wow. So we prefer
The
Prosecco.
Prosecco's been first. Yeah, I think
The peach was quite strong in the Italian Prosecco one.
it was.
Yeah.
It was quite soft and fruity, you see. But they're both very grown up and they're both very highly rated as well. So they're both
Right,
top
well, we're
of
on
the
to a
game.
flyer. Well, Laura is
Off to a
anyway.
flying
You're one
start.
up, Laura.
I think you were just topping
the
up. That's
reds.
why.
Now on to the reds now. Here we go.
On to the Reds, my favourite.
Now, I don't know anything about red wine, so I am useless at this.
Well, this will be quite interesting.
You,
No, I won't have a clue.
So
Yes,
the
you will.
two reds that we're trying, David.
Is an Amarone, which is an unbelievably rich, full-bodied red from northern Italy. And here you've got the Corvina, Rondinella, Molinara grapes, and they actually dry the grapes a little bit to give the wine this sort of fruitcake character. So if you get kind of a fruitcake character, it could be indicative of that style of wine.
And the other one is the Chateauneuf de
Shannon
Pop,
Pub,
of
which
course.
is also big, rich and powerful. So
Chateauneuf.
these are both very
They are
full-bodied
heavy,
wines.
full-bodied.
Full-bodied, yeah. And we're very much thinking of rugby players out, say, having their steak and enjoying the day that's in it.
Right. Gorgeous.
It's definitely a red.
There you are.
I don't know.
You're just so clever.
Well, yeah,
Oh, that's
definitely
gorgeous.
a red. Which it is, I don't know yet. Now, would you have?
Yeah,
you
that
know,
tastes
you
familiar
know.
to me, yeah.
I'm going to say that's the Chateauneuf.
Me too. I think that's the Chateauneuf, yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to go the opposite way.
Oh, do.
I think
Play
it's-
devil's advocate.
I think it's
that's
the
Chateauneuf.
Amarone, is it?
But I've never had the other one. Have you?
Amarone.
No.
Amarone.
Okay, so I don't know.
Now, so here we go.
So you guys are now banking on this is the Italian, correct?
This being the Italian, yes.
The
Yeah.
first
Whereas
one.
I think this is the Chateauneuf du Pape.
You haven't even tasted it.
I know.
What kind of prices are we talking about this morning, David?
So the Amarone is $39.95 and the Chateauneuf du Pape is $34.95. So these
Okay.
are
They're
very
more
serious
high-end
wines.
wines.
They're for a special treat.
These are small domains. very highly rated, top of the game wines. So.
God, they're quite similar.
They're very
Now
similar.
you see?
Now
do you see?
No, you just have
Now
either
do
way.
you see?
I still think I'll stick with
The
what we...
second one was the Châteauneuf de Pape,
I still think the first one was.
and the
But
first one was the Italiano.
No, I'm going to stick with the original.
Okay, well, this is your choice, you know?
Are you changing, Laura?
no, I think I'll stick with you.
Okay.
Which ones are you preferring, though? More to the point.
I'm going to
Well,
say I preferred the
yeah.
first.
Me too. Yeah, I felt that it was smoother.
Me, I think the Châteauneuf de Pape's the second one, so I prefer the second one.
Okay, right, okay. So,
Dun, dun.
the grand reveal. This could be one for the girl and one for the boys, I think.
Laura's going to win here.
And Anna called this one, to be fair.
So,
That was number one.
That was actually number 2.
come on, get in there. I haven't a clue and I got
That
it
was
right.
absolute fluke in his
Yeah.
part. Okay,
Told
on our
you.
behalf, but
And then
still.
and there's
Told
the
you.
Amarone was number 1.
Really?
So what was interesting
I mean, how
with
did you
the
not spot
Amarone
that?
is a heady 16% alcohol.
There you go.
So it's very full in style.
And what percent is the other one,
This one
David?
is 13.5.
Wow, okay, so
Is that
it
where
is
he prefers
heavier.
the other one?
Yeah.
I know my French reds.
So basically, 2 rich, full-bodied reds.
You are the jammiest person I know, Simon.
no.
Absolutely.
But I
Good
think,
knowledge.
but I think what they demonstrate, you know, the Italians and the French just do make sublime wines.
Sublime.
Yeah.
So if you want good
And
value,
you won't go wrong with any of these.
no. If you're out in the town, a good Amarone, a good Châteauneuf de Pape is just great fun.
David, thank you very much.
Thank you. as
Lovely
always.
wines. Thanks so much, David.
Educating us, at least trying to educate us.